Hey everybody, welcome back to microbeerreviews.com. We have the pleasure tonight of reviewing a brand new brewery. It is out of the Hardywood Brewing Company out of Richmond, Virginia. This Monster Bomber bottle here of something called Quadra Hop. It's an Imperial IPA made with Amarillo, Nelson Sauvin, Mosaic, and Citra hops. That is going to be a good combination. So it's their Reserve Series. Hardywood Brewery, we have not ever reviewed anything out of this brewery, but I've been told Richmond obviously is kind of being talked a lot about with the amount of breweries that are being taking a foothold in the city, and this one is supposed to be one of the better ones. So again, so it says this on the website. This particular beer has actually been made for 4 years. It says 1,425 glorious batches of beer, each one brewed with soul. That's a lot of batches of this beer. It's supposed to be big, bold, juicy, a big Imperial IPA, bright tropical bouquet. What else can I tell you? ABVs are 8.5%, IBUs are 85, which is great. Little earthy backbone, a little bit of mango, a little bit of berry. So it sounds like the Mosaic hops in here are really supposed to be fairly pronounced, so which I am a huge fan of. So let's get it into the glass, see what we have here. Smells good. I can smell it already. All right. So, very classic looking Imperial IPA. A little bit of orange color, perfectly white, frothy, foamy head. Lots of stuff floating around. So, this is, if you're watching the other beer reviews, this is a big one for me. So, I call this the residual stuff. There's definitely some flaky malts in here, some barleys and things like that, most likely, that are floating around. So, it's what I call a dirty IPA. I prefer the cleaner ones, but that doesn't mean it's not a good beer. So, interesting aroma. It's very, this is different. I smell just a tad bit of grapefruit, maybe mango, like they say, but I'm not really going there. A tad bit of orange. So you can definitely smell a hint of Mosaic hops. This one's kind of different. So they pronounce them. They're claiming 4 hops. So Citra, Mosaic, Nelson Sauvin, Amarillo. I can maybe tag Amarillo, definitely Mosaic, and maybe a tad bit of Citra, but it's definitely Mosaic heavy per their description, which is the way it should be. But I like the color. I don't like all the stuff floating around. But cheers. Let's get in the glass. Better than it looks, I can tell you that. Yeah. All right. So it's got a nice kind of cornucopia of tropical flavors. You know, whether it's grapefruit, mango, passion fruit, orange. It's definitely on that orangey side, tangerine-ish. Got kind of a weird mix of that. The hops come through. You can tell it's more than one. I give it that. It's got a kind of a gritty, hence even the visualness. It's kind of this gritty kind of like false sense of a finish. It's not really. I don't know. The finish is just kind of like a confusion. It's not really pronounced at all. It's different. I mean, you can tell they're getting close to what they're getting after. You can tell they're trying to make it a high class, very complex Imperial IPA. I'm not sure they're really getting it yet. I mean, this brewery is fairly new, but for 1,400 batches, I would have thought they would have gotten it right. I mean, I wouldn't buy it again. That's what I'm getting at. It's just you can tell they're close. It reminds me a lot of a home brew, where there's a lot of things that are going right, and there's just enough to kind of get it to the point where you're not really sure what you're drinking. It's not pronounced any way that makes you want to just go crazy, excited. I mean, it was like $8 or $9 for the bomber, which is nothing. But I mean, they're hinting on something good here. They're just not quite at it. It's just okay. It's just okay, barely. But I can see where they're headed. So hopefully in the next few years, maybe 2,800 batches, they'll get it right. So I wouldn't buy this again. We rated our beer between 1 and 5. I would probably give this a 2, maybe a 2.5. But it's just not quite there yet. And there are so many beers on this spectrum that have it together, and it's phenomenal. So if you've tried the old Hardywood Quadra Hop, please let us know. Leave comments on our YouTube channel or our website, microbeerreviews.com. As always, we do appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not. And as always, we will see you again real soon. Cheers.